for watching this video. I hope you all are doing well. I will be guiding you through a Hatha flow. Today, I'm really not focusing on anything in particular. It's gonna be more of like a full body, feel good type of flow. Just, clear space, mind, body, and really the intention today is awareness, mindfulness, and to remember that it's all connected, right? So there's no separation, mind, body, breath. So I hope you enjoy. Let's find a comfortable seated position, sitting nice and tall. You can just close your legs into easy pose, or you can sit on your shins if that feels better. Just taking a moment here to center, ground yourself, taking note of how you're feeling at the present moment. Notice what kind of energy you brought to your mat, the quality of your breath, what the physical body feels like right now. How is the mind? And taking the time to remind yourself that you are in a safe space and that you may give yourself permission to simply be present. And then you're going to find a tabletop. Let's move through cat and cow here. Bringing shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Setting up a good foundation here so the palms, knees, and feet touching the earth. Start to move like you. And so you can move small, big, slow, or fast. All really that matters is that you connect to your breath right away. You can start to add a little bit of more movement by pressing back into a child's pose and shift forward into cow. You can even sway the hips from side to side. And then slowly find a neutral spine once again. And then curl the toes under, hover the knees. Keep that tabletop here so the spine is nice and long, the tailbone is long, and start to bring your belly towards the legs. So again, you're lifting the sits bones, the spine is long, press the palms, and then slowly start to straighten the legs, let the heels release towards the floor. Inhale, come back into that tabletop, floating the knees. So waking up the core a little bit, the quads, starting to build some heat, and then slowly stretch the spine, and then the legs. Do this one more time at your own pace with your breath. And now we're going to start to move a little bit bigger. So we're going to round the spine. Inhale, slowly roll each vertebrae. Coming to a plank. And then hug the elbows in, lower down to the ground. Inhale to a baby cobra. You can even come to the fingertips here. So very little weight on your hands. Point your toes back, keep your neck long, and release. Curl the toes under. Option 2, if you need a little bit more, hover the knees, press yourself to a high plank and then downward dog, or come to the knees first. Hold it here in downward dog for 3 more breaths. And then we're gonna inhale, round forward once again into that plank. Lower down. Option to take the arms wide this time, coming into seal pose. So think of your arms like a big funnel. Slowly release, downward dog. Paddle your feet, shake your head yes and no. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. And then inhale, round forward to plank. Spider cobra this time, hands wide. Lift the chest, let the heart open, relax the shoulders, and release. Make your way to downward dog. And then bend your knees, look forward. Make your way to the top of your mat, whether you want to walk, step, or hop. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. One more time, breathe and lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, right back to fold. Let the heart lead the way. Keep your left hand on the floor or a block. You're gonna bend your left knee, raise your right arm to the sky. Brighten the fingers, breathe deeply into the back of your leg and also the outer hip. Spine is long, reach the crown of the head forward and then slowly release, switch. Bend your right knee, raise your left arm. Another mindful breath here. And slowly release, breathe in to lengthen. And breathe out to step your left foot back. Take your left knee to the ground. Just pause here for a moment. Square off the hips, lengthen the spine, and then take your hips back, extend your right leg for Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Option to always work with your props, your blocks. They help you to keep the integrity of the pose. It gives you support. Just take one more breath here. As slow as you possibly can, inhaling through the nose, exhale through the nose. And then as you inhale once again, friends, rebend your knee. Curl the toes under, raise your right arm to the sky, breathe in. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale. Exhale to frame your foot. Step your right foot back. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale to lower down. Cobra or upward dog. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe your left leg high. Step your left foot forward. Right knee gently comes down, untuck your back toes. And again, think first, just take a moment to arrive here, to square off the hips, to lengthen the spine. And then if you're ready, you're gonna shift your hips back. And we're gonna breathe mindfully here in that half splits. Wake up your toes, breathe with your sensations. As you stay present in your body. Thanking yourself for taking the moment to show up. One more breath here. Stay for your exhale. Rebend your left knee as you inhale. Curl the toes under. First, take that twist. Raise your arm. 2 breaths here. Frame your foot, step your right foot to meet your left. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to fold. One more just like that. Flat back, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Tone the belly, inhale, sweep the arms to rise. Lace the fingers behind your back, loop the shoulders down, breathe in. And breathe out, fold. Soften any resistance. Keeping your bind, bend your left knee. Keep your right leg straight, open yourself, twist yourself to the right. Come back to center and to the left. Breathe in and breathe out. Release your hands. Step your left foot back. Right knee comes to the floor. So we were here not too long ago. And shift your hips back. See if you can find a bit more sensation. Fold a little deeper, or maybe the leg is a little straighter this time. Remember that it's about awareness, and that a little goes a long way. You're gonna take your left hand and guide your right foot to the left. Sometimes it feels better to turn the toes slightly out or inwards. Just see, make sure you find a bit of sensation here into the outer hip, outer leg. And then bring the leg back towards the midline. Inhale, rebend your knee. Curl the back toes. Raise your right arm. Slowly frame your foot. Now tap into the power of your legs and your core, and then slowly rise for your high lunge. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. 2 more, breathe in and breathe out. Final one, inhale and exhale. Frame your foot. Feel free to move through your flow or just press back to downward dog. Notice that heat starting to build as you warm up. Take your left leg try to soften into the shape. Taking note of what feels good and perhaps what doesn't feel so good. If the shape, this pose causes discomfort. And then right hand guides your foot to the right. We have a couple more breaths here. Bring your leg back to center. Rebend your knee. Tone that back leg. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, frame your foot. On your next inhalation, rise for high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Two more. Maybe you lift your gaze, challenge the balance a little bit more. Frame your foot, stack your right foot to meet your left. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale to rise. Hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach, get long. Exhale, heart leads the way, fold. Breathe in and breathe out. Step back to that lunge. This time, we're gonna rise right away into a high lunge. Find stillness. Again, tap into the power of the breath and the legs, the core. It's all connected. We're gonna open twist. Continue to square off the hips. Maybe bend your right knee a little bit more. Gaze back towards the hand. Stretch your arms high. Open the heart. Frame your right foot. This time, my friends, extend your both legs for pyramid pose. Fold here. Keep that spine nice and long. Soft bend on your knees, but firm quads. The weight shifts slightly forward. You're gonna keep your left hand on the floor, about under the shoulder. And you can take your right hand to your hip. You may stay here, or you raise your arm to the sky. Keep wrapping that right hip back. One more. And slowly release. Find the standing splits. Standing leg very strong. Just a soft bend on the knee, but again, hugging muscle to bone. And step all the way back. Take that flow or downward dog. Choose a back bend that serves you. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or fancy. Sometimes it's best to keep it simple, right? We find downward dog. As always, using the opportunity to pause, to find stillness. Breathe your left leg high. Step your foot forward. So pause here. And then rise. High lunge. Remember to follow your breath. Take another breath in. Exhale, open, twist to your left. Maybe bend your knee a little bit more. Keep engaging through the belly. Keep the upper body soft and easy. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, frame your left foot. Find two straight legs. You may need to adjust your stance. Where can you soften a little bit more? How does the shape affect your breath or your opportunity to find stillness, to quiet the mind? Keeping that back heel down on the ground and right hand under the shoulder. Again, you can take your left hand to your hip and start to twist. You can, maybe this is what you need today, or if you need more, you raise your left arm to the sky. And the range of motion may be very different from the other side. Slowly release. You're gonna find that standing splits. See if you can walk the fingers to align with the toes. Press firmly through your foot, let the torso drape over the leg, and then step your right foot to meet your left. Breathe in to lengthen. And breathe out to fold. Grab your elbows with opposite hands. Ragdoll. Just a few more breaths here. Appreciate the moment. Press your feet. Inhale to rise. Palms touch, hands at the heart. All right. We're going to standing. You're gonna cross your right leg over the left. Square off the hips. And then slowly start to drape the torso over your legs. Make sure you're relaxing your toes here, that you're not gripping or resisting. Grabbing the elbows with opposite hands or even lacing the fingers behind the back might be nice. One more breath here. Inhale, slowly rise. Shake it out the legs a bit. And then switch. Okay, stand nice and tall. And then hinge at the hips. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible, but again, keeping always a soft bend on the knees. Release any tension from your upper body. Uncross the legs. Let go a little bit here. And from the top of your mat, you're gonna inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale to fold. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, move like you, stack or jump. Flow or not, we're gonna meet in downward dog. Raise your right leg to the sky, bend your knees, stack your hips open. You can draw circles here with the hip, or you can flip your dog. If you're craving a little back bend, heart opener here, keeping the foundation nice and strong. Press through the hand and the feet so you can lift your hips nice and high. Come back to downward dog, three-legged dog. Stack your right foot forward. This time, plant your left heel. Inhale, rise, warrior one. You're gonna cactus your arms. Take your left elbow under the right. Lift up and back. So working the foundation, the feet, the legs, and also opening into the heart space. Working the shoulders, the upper back. Slowly keeping the bind start to fold. Find that long spine here. Reach the fingertips forward slightly. Breathe a little more. Release the hands to frame your foot. Shift to the ball of that back foot. We're gonna revisit that standing splits. Maybe work on a half bind here, taking the hand behind the ankle or the calf. Maybe take a full bind, wrapping the other hand on top. Notice the foot, all the muscles engaging to stabilize, to support you. You're gonna curtsy, cross the left leg back, raise your right arm, take a twist. Rise one-legged mountain, draw your left knee with you. Cross your ankle on top of the leg. Find your balance first, which may not happen. And then start to sit back into that figure four. Wake up your toes, lots of energy through the feet, spine long. Inhale, draw your knee with you, step all the way back into a high lunge, breathe in, and breathe out. Frame your foot, take a flow or step back, downward dog. Always remember, if you need to preserve your energy, right? If you start to feel tired or you notice that you're struggling with the breath, just pause, reset, start fresh, reconnect to intention. And raise your left leg high, bend your knees, stack the hips open, whatever variation you were working on the other side, you can do here. Remember, if you're not flipping your dog, keep your shoulders nice and squared, otherwise take that foot slowly to the ground, feet parallel to each other. Breathe into the heart space, press your feet, your palm. Breathe. And come back to three-legged dog. Slow with control, step your feet forward. Plant your right heel on the ground. Inhale, rise. Square off the hips. Get into the pose. Cactus your arms. Take your right elbow under left. Lift your gaze up and back. And then slowly start to find that neutral spine, nice and long. Press the fingertips forward, stay strong through the legs. Maybe bend your knee another inch. Release your hands to the floor. Shift to the ball of your back foot. Find standing splits. Breathe here for one more breath. And then you're going to curtsy. Once you curtsy, raise your left arm. And then from here, take your right knee with you and find a figure four. Sit nice and low. Take a few slow, mindful, full breaths here. As you inhale and rise, draw your knee with you first, and then start to extend that right leg back. Find a high lunge, breathe in and breathe out. Frame your foot, option to move through this one last flow. Inhale, heart opener of your choice. And then find stillness, whether in child's pose or downward dog. And then find a seated position. You're gonna take a little twist here and slow down a little bit more, start to cool things down. So just bend your left knee. You can hug the heel in. If that's not too comfortable, you can always extend your leg. Two options. So stop number one will be right hand behind your back, elbow outside the knee. If you want a little bit more, you can grab the outer edge of your foot. Stand tall here, so press those sits bones down and reach the crown of your head up, and then start to lift your leg. Doesn't have to be all the way straight, but if that's available to you. And then twist, gaze back past that right shoulder. Pull your belly in, maybe raise your arm. Energy through your foot. And then bring your right hand forward, grab the inner edge of your foot, find your sits bones, spine nice and long. Take an inhale, exhale, bend your elbows east and west. Maybe bring your forehead towards your shin, shin towards forehead. And slowly release. Switch sides, bend your right knee. Sit tall first. Left hand behind your back, right hand to your foot. Start to raise your leg again. Maybe you keep the knee bent a little bit or a lot. Start to twist, maybe extending the leg. You can raise your arm. Left hand reaches forward, grab your foot. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Bring the foot, that leg, towards your forehead, forehead towards the leg. Remember, respect your limitations and honor both sides of your body. And slowly release. I want you to rock the hips back a little bit more. You can always bend your knees generously here or even slide blocks under the knees. Wake up your toes. Inhale, sweep the arms. Chest leads the way, fold. Paschimottanasana, just let go here. Feel that nice stretch into the back of the legs, into the low back. Two more. Slowly release, take the hands behind the sacrum, plant your feet hip width, stack the knees over the ankles, lift your hips nice and high for altar pose, reverse tabletop, open the chest, slowly release, extend the legs once again. We're gonna fold one more time and go a little deeper. Breathe in and breathe out, fold. We have 5 mindful breaths here. Let go of resistance, judgment. And then slowly start to release. You're gonna come down to your backs. Take a moment to hug your knees. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. You can move the knees to one direction and then reverse. And then whenever you feel ready, hug your knees in, bring your forehead to your knees, say something kind to yourself, and then just relax, find your Shavasana. Take your time, my friends, to really take a lot of space on your mat. Open the legs wide. Let the feet splay out to the sides. Extend your arms. Turn the palms to face the sky as a gesture of receiving here. Remember, there's no more efforts. Just breathing. And with your breath, just find your natural breath again. Let go of the deep inhales and exhales. All your efforts, your dedication leading you up to this moment. So enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me on your mats. Until next time, from my heart to yours, namaste.